Recently, I have discovered a new antique shop that is crammed full of English country decor. It is called the Mockingbird Manor, and I would like to take you there. Welcome to the Stone Cottage home. I'm Rachel, and I share this cottage with my husband Matt, where we cultivate the art of home together. Today, I am going to take you to a new to me antique shop where we will look for English country decor. Then we will come home and style those pieces together. If there is one thing you notice in this fabulous shop, that is that there is blue and white everywhere, in every shape, in every size, and every price range. The second thing that I noticed as I looked through each booth is the layering. The skill in how each shelf and booth and table was displayed and styled was incredibly inspiring. With a good friend and a yummy cup of coffee, one could spend a couple of hours here and walk out with a book full of ideas for styling your own home without spending a dime. Now, when I say this shop was chock full of English country treasures, I understand that there are many ways to define the English country house style. The elements which I have chosen to use and see reflected in this shop include blue and white transferware, antique furniture with a dark finish, barley twist on that furniture, brass lamps, curious interesting lamps, lithograph art, pleated pattern lampshades, green cabbageware dishes, and Staffordshire figurines. More on quirky English Staffordshire figurines in a bit. Besides the rich ideas that you can pick up for layering and styling your home, finding a shop that has many of the elements that you admire and already use in your home is extremely valuable. You can see firsthand how well those pieces you like mix and match, as well as other items you hadn't considered, and how well they might blend in to your home decor mix. This is a great opportunity to snap a few pictures, to capture those ideas and take them home without having to spend anything. See how beautifully that French bouillet lamp mixes with the lithograph prints? We have similar versions of both of these items in our home. This set of 4 historical lithographs would be beautiful double stacked over a guest bed or stacked in one tall column in a hallway. This set was $350. Now, this shop was one of the highest price-wise that I have come across. But let's talk about the process of developing your design style and working within a budget. Here's an idea I took away from the Mockingbird Manor. I love how they have a depiction of the home and the floor plan. What a wonderful way to capture the homes that you've lived in over the years. With our design style, we all start somewhere, and usually that's with only a vague idea of what we like, and even less of an idea of how those pieces, furniture and decor, etc., will work together or in our homes. No matter who you are, whether you are just starting out defining your design style, or you have been working on your home for a couple of decades, whether you consider you have very little taste or you are a certified interior designer, we all began in a rather messy place, buying this and buying that to see if it would work. Some things did and some things did not. If you are just starting out on your interior design journey and developing your style, or if you're trying a new look, I suggest shopping at thrift stores and secondhand shops to stretch your resources as far as possible. As your style becomes more well-defined, or you get comfortable with a new look, your confidence in your choices will increase, and you will make fewer mistakes. Now, blue and white I love, but I've learned that I like a soft blue, and I love the octagonal sides on these particular kinds of blue and white pieces. Many of you have also seen my blue and white transferware collection, and most of the platters and the large pitcher are 8-sided or octagonal. Knowing little preferences like this not only makes shopping easier, but it helps you to shop with confidence and make fewer mistakes. Here's another idea I came away with. Look at the vignette of this black and gold painted tole lamp with the blue pleated patterned lampshade. I also love it with that soft pink watercolor behind and blue and white ginger jar. Here's the photo I snapped to bring home. Wouldn't this be a fabulous starting point for a guest bedroom? Imagine this vignette layered on top of a cream-on-cream tonal wallpaper. As your interior design style becomes more well-defined, you will discover over the years that you probably have all of the bones or the structural pieces that define your style, and most of the time what you buy are the smaller accessories. This is when you can make the conscious decision when to save and when to splurge. When I first began decorating our home and defining my style, I would try to buy as many things as possible for as little as possible. This approach didn't always lead to the best choices. Most of the time it was almost what I wanted, or it was a really good deal. These days, I have fully adopted the mantra by British interior designer Rita Koenig, who says, "Buy well, buy slowly." I very rarely actually go thrifting or antiquing anymore. I have very specific ideas on what I'm looking for. I am willing to wait and hunt for just the right piece. This swing-back chair is absolutely stunning with its hand crewel work. And while I do admire it, I think it's absolutely beautiful, I can't see myself sitting on it or curling up barefoot. So it's not really practical, but it sure is lovely. Our budget for home decor has grown some over the years, but it is still a set amount each month that I aim to stay within. One of the most exciting benefits to buying well and buying slowly, which I hadn't reckoned on, is that I spent my monthly allotment much less frequently, and it began to grow. And over time, I was able to buy pieces that I previously thought were above my budget. Now, friends, let's talk about the quirky English Staffordshire figurines. Not only were there many pieces in the store, but this booth in particular was packed. Until discovering this antique shop, I had never seen English Staffordshire in person. I've admired it on Pinterest, looked at it on Etsy and eBay, but imagine how much fun I had when looking at it for real at this store. This handsome horse and Scottish rider is $150. Something very English country house that I've been admiring are these antique Welsh dressers, decorated with a sprinkling of the English Staffordshire and green cabbageware. Not only are these collections uniquely personal, but the figurines have just the right amount of charming quirk. Staffordshire figurines are a type of pottery made in Staffordshire, England from the 18th century. Most figures from 1837 to 1900 were designed to stand on a shelf or mantelpiece, and therefore are only decorated visibly from the front. These are known as flatbacks. The most popular Staffordshire figurines are matching pairs of pottery spaniel dogs, which are usually placed on either side of a mantel. I imagine at some point I will probably pick up one or two of these Staffordshire figurines, but until I decide exactly what size and where to put it, I'm just gonna browse, especially when they're $360. I really do like the Staffordshire lamps. I think they are funny and would be such a nice whimsical touch on a bedside table. These that you see here I have found either on Etsy or eBay. Now friends, let's look at the haul. One of the biggest differences in this haul compared to my others is that many of the items you see here were gifts. A good while ago, I thrifted a lovely brown transferware soup tureen. I don't think it's antique, but it's definitely vintage, and I had the perfect spot in my cabinet. While the soup tureen is definitely too crackled to safely use for food, it is perfect for displaying in the cabinet. Just previous to remodeling our kitchen, Matt and I emptied every single cabinet and drawer and decided we were only going to put back the things that we love and use. This meant that we got rid of quite a few things, and it also has meant that we are able to find exactly what we need, exactly when we need it, and it looks pretty. If a kitchen tour and organization video interests you, leave a comment below. As you may have guessed, I did pick up this octagonal antique platter from the Mockingbird Manor. It was a great price. I did not have to pay shipping, and I could look at it in person. This platter looks right at home in our kitchen. In this home decor haul, I did pick up another piece of blue and white transferware. This is a small sugar bowl without the lid. I love the look in my kitchen, and I have a larger one that I use to hold my wooden spoons, but this one is perfect for the bookcase. To me, the black leather books, the old blue and white crackly transferware, and the hand-carved ivory horse that looks like a piece from a chess set is so very English study. It's funny, these home decor pieces are new to me, but they look like they have been in our home forever. This classic trio of silver-plated pieces were a gift from a sweet viewer of this channel. I so appreciate her generosity, and the fun thing is, sometimes things come that are a little different than what I would have chosen, but I end up loving them and stretching my style. Silver or silver-plated pieces are not typically items that catch my eye, but I have seen them beautifully displayed in an English study, in bookcases, on shelves, and to hold pens on a desktop. My favorite thing about this sugar and creamer set are the hand-etched roses. This silver butter dish is simple, but it has classic details like the shell knob on top, the rope trim around the base, and I really love this glass insert with the starburst design. I don't know why, but this piece makes me think of breakfast in bed on a Saturday morning. Since last sharing this bookcase in a visit with you, I have obtained more books and I've had to rearrange. which leaves me with this perfect little nook for the cream and sugar set. Eventually, I would like to work the creamer into my desk to hold pins. In our laundry room, I have a little collection of pictures going, and I have a special edition today. Along with the silver sugar and creamer set, I was also gifted this gorgeous English ironstone floral sugar and creamer set. While my eye might not have been caught by the silver pieces, this pattern is actually one that I have looked at and admired. The pattern is called Rose Chintz, and the warm pink, green, and touches of blue on an ivory background perfectly matches the blues, greens, creams, and touches of soft red in my kitchen. I am delighted with both sets of cream and sugarers and want to say thank you for adding beauty and meaning to our home. Speaking of adding meaning to our homes, this vintage desktop photo frame caught my eye. I spotted it in an antique store when Matt and I were on our anniversary trip, and I just loved it. Okay, so I know this haul is very heavy on sugar and creamer sets, but again, this one caught my eye. And while I may not hang on to the creamer, I thought of a special use for the sugar pot. Last summer, Matt and I tried our hand at canning strawberry jam. The jam turned out to be delicious. So I decided the jelly pot would be a perfect, charming little container for the strawberry jam, especially since the knob on top of the lid is a strawberry. This little sugar bowl turned into a jelly pot looks right at home and so sweet in our refrigerator with the baskets. I hope today's outing encouraged and inspired you with some new ways to create that collected country house look in your home. Thank you for visiting. If you're new and you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.